Hi everybody and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 13th of October 2019. So I've got a gift for you guys and I want to say a huge thank you to all the wonderful people who support me on patreon.com. It's a separate site where you can support me and the channel to do things like this, to buy new decks of cards, to improve the camera equipment, which it has totally done over the last couple of years. So I bought a couple of things. So we've got an unboxing ASMR / video. And then I'm also going to choose one of the cards to use in today's reading. So we have got... do you see these little scarab beetles? This is Lo Scarabeo. This is going to be my publisher when mine come out. They'll have the beetle on it like that. So we've got these three. We've got the Tarot of the Witches, and that looked really good to me. It's quirky, and I think I'll use that today. Tarot of the Fairies, I'll show you tomorrow and the day after when I start using them. How about that? Okay, so let's open these. I hope you've had a really good week this week and everything that you've done has been fabulous and wonderful. I hope you've had lots of positivity in your life, lots of good times. Oh, that's quite a plain background. I'm just checking if they have extra cards like these that I don't need. Yep. Don't need that. Do need this. Do need that. Do need that. Okay, what's this? Okay. All right. So I'm going to give the cards a shuffle. Let's see what they have to say for Sunday the 13th of October. And it's quite a weird time. It's between, summer ending and kind of adjusting to that. And Thanksgiving in the US and Halloween and Christmas, all of these things are just now around the corner. So it's like, putting on the brakes and suddenly going into a completely different mode of the year. I hope that I adjust to the dark this time a bit better than I did last time. It was brutal. Okay, so we've got the Empress. Then we have the Seven of Swords. We had that yesterday, I think. And then finally, we have the Ace of Coins. Hooray! That is really positive. The Empress has the world in her hand. She rules the world and she brings love into the world. Think of her as Aphrodite, as the goddess of love, and she brings all of this love into the world. She's got this crescent moon and the crescent moon on her staff. So if you're scared, if you're lonely, she will bring you comfort and she will come in and give you that sense of nurturing, being looked after, being cared for. So today, on Sunday, if you feel really alone and isolated, you've got no friends, you've lived in a city for 2 months, you don't know anybody, you feel totally lost, then today just kind of sit there for a moment and just receive the Empress energy, who is like the archetypal mother figure, and just allow it to take care of you and let those feelings of self-care and love and feeling comfortable in your own body and recognizing that there are miracles which happen in your life all the time that really makes you feel very calm and comforted and nurtured. And often when we are in that headspace, we can take great action to really improve our circumstances. I've said this before, and I may have even said it yesterday with the Seven of Swords, but when you focus on what you're doing and you listen to your gut and you put blinders on and you just go forward and you say, I'm on the road to success, I'm going. That is a completely and much better way of doing things than looking around and saying, oh, what's this person doing, and what's this person doing, and what's that, and how do I compare, and da-da-da. Because that totally wastes your energy. It doesn't make you productive, and it doesn't in any way help you progress. If anything, it makes you feel rubbishy. So when you feel rubbish, you're not going to progress so much, are you? When you feel great and nurtured and loved, like today, by yourself, you can put this any way you want. The Empress energy, with the world in her hand, you may feel like you may have a vision of the Empress floating around you and showering you with love petals. Or you may just feel good about yourself internally. It's really simple. I always make this sound so complicated, but maybe you just get out of bed and you feel good. It can be as simple as that. The Seven of Swords is the potential to really take from others without giving back. To kind of steal and then to leg it afterwards. And not just to leg it, but you've got a wing. So you're really legging it by flying off. So this is taking from other people. This is kind of listening to what other people have decided and emulating that, or listening to what they're saying and repeating that and taking it as your own, and then running away and thinking you're not going to be busted. Also, this reminds me of Monty Python, where the foot comes down and squishes everything. So there's this giant potential to put your foot in it and to squish down mountains and badgers and all sorts of things. So don't get into it today with other people. Don't take anything from anyone. If you feel tempted, if you're a songwriter and you hear the most amazing lyric, someone is just, you know, riffing around and playing around, and it's not an official song yet, and they just put a lyric in there and they don't even notice, and it hits you like a ton of bricks, and you're like, oh, that's a majorly amazing line, and you just take it for yourself thinking, oh, no one's going to notice. That kind of thing, you know, it catches up with you, because that person, if your song's a hit, that person then is going to feel like you've taken from them. And you have, really, because it's not your idea. And also, if you're... I remember I was working at a bank, okay? And I really just didn't know what I was supposed to do anymore. I'd been looking for the right job for so long. I was exhausted. And I was just like, am I ever going to find a job that makes me happy or that I'm not miserable in? And one day, this girl, she was talking about her dream to become a teacher. And she was talking all about it, and she made it sound really positive and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, teacher. And then, you know, later on, I was guided to become a teacher. I really think that listening to her and kind of taking her dream and running with it is part of what I did. Because if she dreams about it, it must be something good, right? So when you do that, you're not being your authentic self. You don't love yourself. So you're taking other people's ideas. You're stealing from others. You're an ideas thief today, a potential ideas thief. But the reality is, if you listen to yourself and you love yourself and you listen to your own passions and ideas, then you're a creative genius instead of an ideas thief. The Ace of Coins is a gate card. It's a blessing from the universe. It shows that financial matters really open up and are incredibly positive, and they open up in your favor. It represents that you have more choice in life when it comes to travel and moving and where you want to be. It also allows you to make changes to your job, how much money you earn, your daily routine, what you feel about your body, how you look. So whether you go to the gym or whether you go on a bulking up diet or whatever it may be, whichever one of those physical areas of your life. So let's say work and money and daily routine and the body and vocation. If any of those things are not perfect, then today, if you listen to yourself, You will find wonderful opportunities, passionate. Look at how much red there is. And the dark green, the natural, slow kind of crystallization of this idea, which then packs a punch saying, oh, wow, this is what I've been building up to. This is what I'm supposed to do with my life. And that's why she's that's why she's dressed in traffic light red, because she really cares and she is love, and she soothes any fears or self-doubt. She soothes the ego through love. So if you listen to her, 3, you'll be able to communicate and make new beginnings and walk through the doorway that is the Ace of Coins, and to perfect one of those areas of your life. Or you can compare yourself with others, steal something from other people, and take that and go through that doorway and succeed as a result of that. So whether you do it the right way, moral way, of listening to yourself and generating your own content and then walking through the door, or whether you do it the wrong way, which is by stealing from other people and then going through the doorway and being successful, both have the end result. The exception is that when you start something with a certain energy, it contains that energy. So this person is going to love the job, really grow from it, and really find new areas to expand to and how they can specifically help. And it's just a joyous experience. This person who's got this job is always looking over their shoulder. They're always wondering if someone's going to catch up with them. If someone does catch up with them, they've got a lawsuit on their hands. So all of that hard-earned cash, all of those opportunities that they made for themselves go down the toilet because they have to pay those in legal fees now because they're being sued. And also your reputation suffers. And you probably weren't happy to begin with because you were stealing someone else's idea that you had no care for. It's just like, oh, this is just an idea that's going to make me a lot of money. Great. But if you do take something that you love and that you care about, that is the best ingredient to have in your recipe of creating something new in any one of those physical areas that I mentioned. When you start something with love, the process, the change, the journey, and the end result, the goal, the outcome, they all contain love. They're all filled with love because the whole process has been about love. So that's the approach to take, okay? And don't compare yourself with other people. Yesterday I said this came up as well. So there must be a time where you're really getting out and about and you're meeting other people and you're seeing a lot of people who are more successful or less successful than you, and you're comparing yourself, and it's just not a good time to do that. When you look at yourself, you're always going to do much better than that. Number-wise, we've got 3 and 5, 6, 7. That's 10, and 1 is 11. 11 is the master number of service. So you can be of service to yourself by listening to what it is you love. You can't be of service to other people by stealing someone's idea and doing that. Yes, like if you steal the idea to become a nurse, you don't know what to do in your life, but someone mentions it, that she's dreamt of being a nurse all her life, not just a nurse's assistant. And you're like, I don't know what to do. I'll steal that idea for her. Maybe I can do it. And you do that. You don't enjoy the job. So you can't be of service to yourself. And you can be of service to your patients, but because your heart's not in it, you're not going to be as good a nurse as someone who really loves and adores their job, you know? So it's much more important, and it's also much easier. The path that goes straight from here to there is much easier to walk than this path. So make it easy on yourself, and what is it that I love? Love, 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 love. And never criticize yourself, and only change through love. Self-criticism, you know, like, stand up straight, stop slouching, work harder. Those things exhaust you and make you feel like, I need a drink, I need a cigarette. Or people in recovery will say, I need a meeting now, or I need to meditate on this to get this out of my system. When someone says, I admire how far you've come, And I think you're an amazing person. And you inside feel, I have come far, but there's so much more I can do. Just you wait and see what else I can do. That's a much more encouraging feeling. So make it easy on yourself and have a fabulous day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I have released the horoscopes for 2020. I've done that early because I was really interested in the major Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn conjunctions that are going to happen next year in 2020, and especially in December on the 21st, when Saturn and Jupiter meet for the first time in 20 years. That's called the Great Conjunction. And I was so interested in that. I looked at the info for each sign of the zodiac, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Have a look at those and watch the ones for your sun sign first and then for the rising sign. And also, we've got a really exciting Hunter's Moon happening on this day, actually, on Sunday, the 13th. So there's also a new moon in Aries that's going to add other influences than the ones I've just picked up on here. So check out that video on the full moon in Aries. If you like this video or any of the others, then please hit the subscribe button and join this lovely little community that we've got here. You're very, very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, and as I was saying, in my personal readings, I used these 3 divination systems: astrology, tarot, and numerology. I draw up your natal chart, and I need your time of birth, date of birth, and place of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I can work out your time of birth. Once I have that info, I can draw up a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. It's a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what you're good at work-wise, where you were in past lifetimes, what your life purpose is this lifetime, when the best time to move happens to be, where you ought to be living, astrocartography, love and romance, and what's coming up in future with children and travel and career. I can answer any question you have. So if you're interested in that, then please head over to the website, gregoryscott.com, and order your reading there. Hit the subscribe button and share this video. Have a lovely, lovely Sunday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.